This is a medium shot of an old building situated in Melbourne University, which was shot in low angle. The door of the building is in great shadow, giving people a feeling of isolation and hard to approach, as if someone who walks into this building will be swallowed by the dark. Moreover, people can hardly imagine what is inside. There are abandoned boxes around the windows, as if no one has been there for a long time. The reason the photo was shot in low angle is that it makes people in front of the building vulnerable and weak, since the building was shot to be extremely huge. This is an extremely long shot of the old quadrangle building in Melbourne University, which was shot in eye-level angle. The ancient European architectural style, in the black and white environment, reveals a kind of creepy and horrible image. At the end of the corridor, there was a vague figure, a blurred face, and a body that seemed to merge with the darkness behind the door, so that one could not see whether it was a ghost or a human being. The reason the photo was shot in extremely long angle is that the arches of the corridor with the darkness behind them in the door gives the horrible feeling of being plunged into infinite darkness. This is a long shot of a person stood on the stairs in front of the old physics building in Melbourne Uni, which was shot in low angle. On a dark night, on a dark staircase, a man was leaning on the handrail of the staircase, his hair completely covering his face. The unusual movements and the invisible face made it difficult to tell whether it was a person or a ghost, or perhaps a dead body, highlighting the creepy and scared atmosphere. The long shot is used because the audience can hardly see what is under the hair of the person by the dim light, which can make people associate the horrible image in this horrible atmosphere.
This is a medium close-up shot of a man in an old church in Trinity College, which was shot in low angle. In a dark stairway, the man ran down and looked up, panic-stricken, as if he was being chased. The two windows behind the man were very bright, but the sun seems couldn't penetrate the glasses, and there was still a great deal of darkness in the room around the man, as if to swallow him up. The reason using low angle is that it can allow the blind window to be placed directly above the man's back, and then to be surrounded by darkness, highlighting the dark field effects. This is a medium shot of a man behind the gate in Trinity College, which was shot in downstil angle. The man put his hands out of the gate and screamed to get out. Behind the dark door of the old and tall church, people can't know what is in it. It seems that next second there's a horrible thing comes out, and the man tries to escape this thing. The reason using downstil angle is that this can highlight the size of the church, the weakness, the helplessness, and the fear of the man, and the atmosphere of religious terror. This is a close-up shot of a man in the design building in Uni Melbourne, which was shot in bird eye level angle. The boy tried to climb up to the place, with a frightened look on his face. There were white hands on his shoulders, trying to pull him down and stop him from climbing. It seems to be the hands of a ghost, or the hands of a murderer, but both would do harm to the boy. All these things give people an atmosphere of great fear, despair, and struggle. The reason using bird eye level shooting angle is that anyone who looks at this picture will want to give him a hand, but it doesn't seem to be long enough or strong enough to pull him up, and no one can see who is behind those hands, creating an atmosphere of despair.